In today's video, we're going to be breaking down Piggy Book 2 Chapter 8. We're going to be looking at some of the secret notes, the whole storyline recap, and what is the difference between the Savior and Survivor. And yeah, that's basically it. And Budgey is actually lying to us. So we're also going to be getting into that later in this video. But before we get into that, if you have not already, make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe and hit the bell icon so you're notified of future videos. But anyway, let's get into the video. So I'm just gonna make this brief and short for the story recap. Basically, what happens is we go to the bottom of the hole. I'm not gonna start off with the starting thing. First of all, Willow at the beginning says, "Hold on, I need some time to think," for no reason because she's literally thinking about nothing. And you go around unlocking the map, unlocking places, and for some reason there is a weird keypad thingy in the bottom place. It's like, I don't know, it's like literally like a Rubik's cube. And basically, that's basically a pretty difficult thing to solve. And basically, after you do that, in the ending cutscene, you basically talk about, oh, this shouldn't be enough fuel to get us across the sea. And then, oh, Willow talks some smack. Is like, oh, if it gets you to shut up, I'm all for it. And then, unfortunately, a infected appears behind Willow and smacks out. I'm kidding. Infected appears behind Willow, and the door shuts in the container we're in. I don't know why we got into a container, but yeah. And then after that, we basically talk about all this stuff, we should know each other. And for some reason, we don't have the records of Willow's parents being arrested when she asks us about them and gets mad. She hasn't seen them for over a decade, which means Willow is at 100% over 10 years old. That is surprising, seeing her behavior. And this could mean this. I have a theory on this. If I change my mind, I don't know, because this is like, we should have Willow's records unless we are literally just 18, because I mean that would make sense. But basically after that, everyone finds us and they open up the door and let us out, and they say George was the little rascal and he ran ahead and heard them. And then George says, hey, I was trying to help, and then Zuzu or Zaza literally roasts George and says, yeah, for once. That is actually the most insane roast, and he says take that back. And then we hear like gunshots slash clapping or fireworks. I don't exactly know. At the end there's like this really weird sound, so you should go check out my video on it just to know the sound. But basically that's kind of confusing, and we somehow, without giving Budgey the fuel, we arrived at Doveport, which is kind of interesting. And Budgey says we arrived at Doveport. Now what could this gun sound thingy be? Now I don't think it would be fireworks because everything was pitch black, right? Like I tried to brighten it up. Like I might try again. I might try brightening up the end part again, and I'll try in a different way, but we'll see about that. And either number 2, it could be clapping, but I'm pretty sure this is gunshots. Maybe the people at the edge of the harbor place are shooting, or maybe even Budgey has contacted people to destroy us, because Budgey is actually a pretty sus character. We'll get into that because of the notes. And yeah, that's basically it for the storyline, and let's get to the secret notes. Now the first note is over in the radio room, and it says the only words I could get out of the transmission were "don't" and "Doveport." I'll keep listening for any more potential transmissions from them. -B. We'll get into who these B, K, and P are. That's a spoiler. But basically what this means is "don't" and "Doveport." Now this could be like a plot twist, like maybe Doveport is very hostile, because I'm pretty sure we're going to the North Sea. I think the military outpost is stationed in Doveport. So maybe the gunshots were them firing upon us. He's like, oh, some intruders, they might have infected people on their ship, shoot at them. And "don't" and "Doveport. That's pretty interesting. It might actually have something to do with Mr. Stitchy as well. That would be kind of crazy. Maybe they're shooting Mr. Stitchy, fighting Mr. Stitchy's forces. Well, I'll have a couple of theories on this. This is actually pretty crazy. Now the second note is in the blue room underneath the shelf. It says, hold on, let me just zoom in on this. I am convinced Budgey does the pirate talk just to keep our spirits high in these dark times. It's working, but I can't imagine that it will work for long. -P. So Budgey is doing fake pirate talk. She could actually not be the captain. That would be kind of sus. And yeah, let's get into the next note. The next note says Kenneth takes safety very seriously around here. If someone isn't safe, make sure neither are we from his scoldings. Hopefully he doesn't see this. So apparently they're doing something unsafe in the safe, whatever this place is. So Kenneth, alright, just keep that name in mind. Now this is next to Dash K, the person inside the cafeteria area. That is actually Kenneth because they got me. Next to Captain, I was last. I'm sealing the ship so she can live on. I felt too many people today, but I refuse to fill everyone. Dash K, so that is Kenneth. That is pretty crazy. That means Budgey is actually infected because unless Budgey's not the captain, because there's actually a note that says, I'm sorry, then Dash Captain. But unless Budgey is lying about being the captain, then that might make sense. He's still lying to us. And another thing is that if she is infected, that means she probably cut her arm off. And we'll get into that in a sooner note. But it basically said, look at this. Pepper is something else, alright? When it comes to his job, he tends to take it very seriously. Sometimes you can just see the dedication in his eyes. Dash B, alright? Let me just continue with that. That is, alright, that's pretty interesting. The next one is we're all doomed. Orders are to throw some of the infected or suspects overboard. I saw Bobby get scratched while doing so. I have to report him. I have to do my duty. I'm sorry, old pal. So, whoever this... Wait, what did it say? It said Dash P, right? So, Dash P, Pepper, Kenneth, and Bobby. So, Dash P is Pepper, Dash K is Kenneth, and Dash B is Bobby, alright? Now, there's also another note that says she tells everyone different stories about the accident. Many different stories about the accident. Nobody knows which one is true. So, it clearly looks like Budgey is trying to hide something, and Budgey is lying about the accident. I think that would be about her arm. And hand, I mean. And there's actually another note in the captain's ship area. Bobby's mostly concerned about his family and not even how cold the trip will be. Kenneth. Now that's pretty interesting. Maybe Bobby, apparently they're going on some kind of mission to the North Sea. Check this out. Mr. Stitchy Note. One is over here in the, on the way up to the port area. You know the driving area? I don't know what it's called. Okay, the captain area. And it says she. And you might think that's nothing, all right? Well, look at this. There's another note that says knows. She knows. And this is on the deck above the piloting area. So, Budgey clearly knows something about the insolence. I'm going to have a few more theories on this later this week, and we'll also have some more other theories and other things. I was supposed to do a video on the ROBLOX hacking saga. I will do that, just kind of delayed. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like on it and subscribe and stay tuned to the channel. We're going to be doing a bunch of different theory videos. But anyways, I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Goodbye!